19th of March 2020, the federal government partially deregulated the downstream petroleum sector, stating that fuel subsidy regime, which gobs billions of naira annually, had become unrealistic and unsustainable, which has now made the pump price of fuel to be determined by market forces. In other words, since petroleum products are refined from crude oil, the price of the crude from refining will determine the eventual cost of the fuels at the fuel station. Now, in a bid to maximize its rich natural gas reserves as a means of fuel consumption, President Muhammadu Buhari on the 1st December launched the National Autogas scheme with the goal of deepening domestic utilization of liquefied petroleum gas and create jobs. With this policy, vehicles in the country will be converted from diesel and fuel engines to run on compressed natural gas and liquefied natural gas. With the deregulation of fuel by the government, which has led to increment in pump prices in recent times, Nigerians are hoping that the introduction of auto LPG, auto CNG, and auto LNG will be a game changer to rest all fears about deregulation. I have joined me now live in our Lagos studio. He is the National Operations Controller, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, that's IPMAN. He doubles as the Deputy National President, South Region of Indigenous Gas Traders Association of Nigeria, Ingasan. Is Mr. Mike Osatuyi. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Osatuyi.
Thank you.
It's great to have you in the studio. Yeah. The last time was in Abuja. Yeah. Now it's Lagos studio. It's great to see you, sir. 5 naira is off it. Now, let's start with that. Yesterday, Labour and government were able to take 5 naira off the price of PMS. We've seen what has happened now. Now, tell us, what is happening? Are we going to continue seeing this fluctuation in the price of PMS?
Yeah, thank you. I think the 5 naira of PMS is what happened last month. But what happened from the 1st of this month, of December, in terms of the fact that they have devalued naira by 6 naira, and the fact that crude is not at 49.50 per barrel, it has changed. What the Minister of Labour said may not be sustainable, because what happened in 1 week is not what happened today. So, I don't see it happening, because in the last 5 days, the price has changed from $43, $45 to $50. So it will have effect naturally on the net cost and on pump price. But let us see what will happen. Because what they use is the average Platts price, which is correct at 162. But in the last 4 or 5 days, it has changed. So we should be looking at increasing price before December ending or early next year.
So this issue now comes to the deregulation itself. We know kerosene has been fully deregulated, and diesel, I think, has been fully deregulated.
Yeah.
And you've been able to import it in and all of that. What kind of deregulation do we have in the petroleum side, the PMS downstream, that we still have this continuous fluctuations that we don't even... Are you empowered to import? Can private people bring in products at the moment?
Let me tell Nigerians today, what the government is doing today is monopolistic regulation. There's a monopoly in the importation, because it's only NNPC that imports.
Yes.
But if you give Forex to Ipman, to Dabman, and to Moman, and to the NPC, of course, then there will be competition. We have efficiency in our system because we are private sector and we are businessmen. But government importing is a failure. But they warehouse the Forex, they monopolize it. But why are they holding the Forex for themselves? Let us be a meeting of stakeholders so that we can all participate in the importation. You are importing, you are giving me price. And you deregulate it. It's monopolistic regulation. So there's no fairness at all. So I don't see that. What does it say about regulation is not regulation, but they monopolize everything. If we are giving the flex, we bring out the price.
You're sure that we're going to Forex is involved in the importation of petroleum products?
Because we have the efficiency. But, I mean, you know that it's only government that imports an NPC. Why? Why?
No, you know, I still keep, but some will say that if the government lets it go and just allow free market forces, that some marketers might take advantage of this process and exploit Nigerians.
In a competitive market, you cannot exploit. Because if you increase your price arbitrarily, in fact, nobody will buy from you. Right? Because, I mean, your neighbor is there, selling at 2 naira. If you go and you sell at 5 naira, nobody will come and patronize you. But let us have a plain feed for all the players and see how Nigerians will benefit. But if you are holding your forex and you say you are deregulating, you are faking Nigerians, that is truth.
Now, this brings me to the other part of the discussion. Government is saying that, yes, fine, we know that there will be a hike because, obviously, subsidies partially out. It's not in the budget. So, government is now saying, let's look at gas. Now, gas, everyone is saying gas is now the way to go. Nigeria is yet to harness this. We have proven reserves, unproven reserves of gas. Now, are you really seeing gas as an alternative to PMS?
Yeah, I mean, before I go to that, to gas, we need to regulate the downstream. And as they have said, from March, they have regulated. And we need to go back to subsidy regime.
Yes.
It's as if we are going to back to Egypt. And we have left Egypt. Now coming to gas issue. Gas is the solution. Because if crude goes to $80 per barrel,
yes,
yeah, which is benefit to government in terms of revenue, but can we afford 250 naira per liter of fuel? We can't afford it. But gas, maybe about 110 naira, 90 naira, and gas, you can use it even in your house. You can use it to power your generator, your kitchen, and even your NEPA. In fact, you even tell NEPA, come and take your meter. Because it's cheaper. And this government, I must give credit to them, they are very serious about gas now. I must give credit to the government of Buhari and to the Minister of Petroleum, and particularly to the chairman of the committee on gas, NGP, I mean, Dr. Ibrahim. These people are very sincere. And Nigerians should look at gas as the option to petrol. Because when crude go to 90, 100, Nigeria cannot afford the price of petrol. And, you know, the beauty of it is that you can change the conventional scheme is 2 ways. You can run on auto, gas, and also on petrol. If your gas finish, you can just press a button. And you are also on petrol. Temporarily, when you are going to refill. So, I mean, there's no 2 way. Even what we are campaigning for now about gas is being done in foreign countries for so many years. And as we have said, we have over 203 trillion cubic feet of gas proven.
Yes.
And there's also trillions not yet discovered. And we are number 9 in the whole world in terms of gas reserve owners. And number 1 in the whole of Africa. But it's been born. But thank God that we're waking up now.
I'm moving to now. We keep flaring gas. I have seen it live myself in the south region, and the way we flare gas continuously. Do we have that infrastructure to harness the potential of Nigeria's gas sector?
And that's why the federal government now put up Nigeria National Gas Expansion Program under the Ministry of Petroleum.
Yes.
To put up the infrastructures. And the government has put up 50 billion naira for gas expansion program. And from the way we have seen, right, government is serious. That's why our association in Kazan is an offshoot of IPMAN. It's a different association to promote the gas because we want to key into the gas program, and that is why we have different associations to promote the gas. And we in IPMAN and in Kazan, we are ready, right? Because the government has said that they should use IPMAN stations nationwide. You know, we are everywhere.
Yes.
In the whole country.
Yeah.
For deepening of use of gas on the villages, hamlets, and what have you. So even when some government agencies want to block the system, they say no. If the station is even small, they can bury the tank of gas. So Nigerians should be expecting goods from gas. Because when gas come on stream, maybe 3.5 kg will be about 1,150.
Wow.
Maximum.
At the moment, it's about 3,500,
4,000. 4,000 now, yes. But when with what we know, that because the government is committed on this gas issue, Nigerians should expect reduced price of gas.
But we've seen some players in this gas industry even before now. They've been running all of these businesses. So what's been happening?
Let me tell Nigerians what happened there. There has been an issue of rent for years. LNG, right? The government won for 49% of the shares there. Share have 25, Total have 15, and Eni has 10. But the portion of Nigerian gas we are exporting it. At how much? $2. And we are importing criminally at $6 for Nigerians. But that one is going to be off now. Yes. So that is why it will come down. Because some people don't have conscience, not patriotic. I can stand to be challenged by anybody who want to come over here. Why are we exporting and we are re-importing? It's similar.
Now, a lot of things in the industry. Now, when I'm talking gas, you just talked about digging, underground and all of that. The issue of safety also comes to my mind. Ingersoll and you are the players in this sector. I know IPMAN has stations in the nooks and crannies of this country, and if government really wants to drive this, it has to be IPMAN. Major marketers are, in the town, major towns and all of that. What are you also doing? Safety is key. We know what happens whenever there's an issue, explosion, or anything that has to do with gas.
DPR has issued a guideline.
Okay.
Safety cannot be compromised because this has to do with life of Nigerians. So there's guidelines. Once you meet up the guidelines, you are good to go. But if you don't, there's no compromise. I think it was signed 1st of August by DG of Director of DPR. So safety cannot be compromised.
So in all of this now, you see government, to me, I see there's going to be a transition period. We can't just start today and tomorrow. Already they're going to start converting vehicles. Nigerians are already complaining because that already is coming at a cost. So when do you see us starting to enjoy these goodies? Because I can't wait. I'm also interested. I would prefer to buy for 90 to 100, and it's going to even serve me more. And it's clean energy.
Yeah. You see, if you are on gas, from Ibadan to here, it's about 1.5. Now, if it costs you for gas. So to and fro, 3K. But if you're on petrol, you know the meaning. If you are running on big vehicles, you know the meaning. Yeah, cost of conversion is high, right? And that is the area government has to come in. But then NPC said they're going to give 1 million free vehicles on conversion. But I think they can still do more. But let me say something. When GSM came on board, SIM card, we were buying 30,000 naira, 20,000 naira, but now it's free. So when we started converting, you see that it will come down. It will come down. But for takeoff, it's a price. But when you put how people are converting, let me tell you, you can convert your generator. Right now, at 25,000 naira, it's to be done now. Even apartment level. Yes, and you run 12.5 kV for 27 hours. Yes, on gas. And compare with that petrol. So, gas, both your kitchen, your generator, your vehicle will be on gas. And that's the solution. We cannot deceive ourselves as far as this country is concerned. Because there's no way we can afford 250 naira per liter, or 3 naira per liter of fuel. If crude goes to 120, $100. We can't afford it with the level of poverty we have in the country. So you have no choice than to get. But so government is doing right thing, sincerely, that they are now talking to Nigeria about gas. If there's no option of gas, we have a problem. But that's the truth.
So finally, let's now look at the sector again. A lot of pending laws. We have PIB, we have all that will just make this sector work better. What more do you think needs to be done, both on the government side, on the lawmaker side, and of course, players and regulators in the industry?
That PIB we are talking about, petroleum industry bill, you know, it has been on for over 10, 12 years.
So long.
Because of interest.
That's it.
Because of interest. I can see that assembly, there are about 4 types of versions of PIB. Right? But I think this time around, assembly, right, have been sincere to pass it now. If they will, again, right, I saw Rep saying 6 months they pass it. But if they pass the bill, it's the best for the country. Let us drop sentiment, let us drop interest, let us stop being greedy, and look at the interest of the country as being paramount, right, for the benefit of our coming generations. Don't look at yourself, look at the country in entirety.
That's a good way to leave it. Amos, thank you very much. Let's see how it moves. I can't wait to see when we'll start buying 12.5 kg for 1,000 naira.
Yes.
Or that will really be a good one for Nigerians. Mr. Michael Satu, it's always good to have you. National Operations Controller, Ipman, Deputy President, South Ingerson. Thank you very much for your time on the show. Let's take a